What is going on, my beautiful rebellion? It is your tiny rebellious leader, and welcome back to another time-lapse drawing. It's Portal again. It's another Portal drawing. It's the Portal 2 thumbnail. I cannot believe that my first 2 time-lapse videos ever, period, are Portal related. And you're probably thinking, oh, but why is that a problem? Why is it a problem to you that your 2 first time-lapse videos ever are Portal thumbnail related videos? And the answer to that question is, I do not know. I do not know why I am in such a tizzy about it for some stupid reason. I mean, I was expecting on making time-lapse videos of my VOD thumbnails anyways, so I don't know what's the problem. Maybe I expected my first 1 to 3 time-lapse videos to be something that I draw more frequently, like, I don't know, my D&D characters or something. Not something that I'm most likely only going to draw once, I guess. I don't know. I'm overthinking it, but that's just how I work. Anyways, moving on from that, you might have noticed the different video format. That's right. Instead of propping my little phone on its little phone stand that I use for my TikTok live streams and just recording me drawing from my tablet on there, my hand constantly getting in the way because I am a lefty, I actually screen recorded the process instead. And it's just basically me re-downloading Streamlabs for my laptop because I used to have it on there when I began streaming for the first time. But it was just me re-downloading Streamlabs and then just kind of screen recording from there, I guess. Because I don't know any other way to necessarily screen record. I don't know. However, you might notice some odd cuts or jumps in the video from time to time, and trust me, there is a perfectly logical explanation for that. So I started and stopped recording a lot of times for a few different reasons. One was to save progress, so in case if Streamlabs or anything else shut down, I would not lose any of the footage. The other reason was to make sure that it was easy to transfer the videos from my laptop to my computer. Because sometimes when you try to, like, move a video to a hard drive, the hard drive will be like, oh no, it's too big of a file, I can't do it. Another reason why you might see some weird skips in the video where it goes from, like, one part to another. For example, at some point later on in the video, I'll be like working on the glow of the portal gun, but then it will like jump to me rendering Wheatley. That's because sometimes Streamlabs would stop registering Krita as a screen share thing, and therefore it would just pause. So that's all of the technical jargon, mumbo-jumbo announcements out of the way. Let me talk about Portal. So in case you already couldn't tell by the title of the video, the description, or what I am currently working on right now, I am right now working on my Portal 2 thumbnail for my Twitch VODs. And the last time that I made a video talking about Portal, I said that I knew nothing about it. Well, now that I've played the game, I know a little bit more. Is it a lot? No, I just only know the basic stuff from the first game, and apparently a little bit from the second game. By that I mean I know of Wheatley's existence, and that J.K. Simmons voices this one guy that talks about how he doesn't want your damn lemons. That's honestly literally the extent of my Portal 2 lore, character, whatever knowledge. I am still nervous to play this game, considering how amazing playing Portal 1 went. I had to rely on some people in chat and the IGN walkthrough near the later end of the game. Listen, sometimes I overthink, and turns out that 2 plus 2 actually does equal 2. I am still excited to play nonetheless because, you know, lore. I love me some good lore. I am also even more excited to meet the guy who doesn't want your damn lemons. That monologue is honestly so hilarious to me, and I cannot wait to get to that point in the game where I actually get to hear it for real. Honestly, I do not know the name of the character that J.K. Simmons plays in this game, but I cannot unhear Stanford Pines from Gravity Falls saying this monologue instead. I mean, it fits. It completely fits, honestly. That and J. Jonah Jameson, of course. However, back to Portal 1. After playing it, I really did enjoy the game, despite how frustrating it kind of was and how it made me look a little bit silly and foolish near the end, because unfortunately I am not that intelligent. Or at least intelligent in this aspect. I think. I don't know, a lot of people say that I'm so intelligent, but honestly, I don't believe them, whatever. GLaDOS is genuinely just as brutal as I expected, and I am excited to experience it again in Portal 2. However, I'm still kind of curious about the ending of Portal 1, because, like, at the end, you defeat GLaDOS, and then you're outside the laboratories, but then you get dragged back. By who? What is happening in that scene? Is that you? Is it someone else who's dragging you? What is going on? I hope I get that question answered in Portal 2. I mean, my theory, and this is probably the obvious no-duh answer, was that it was probably us and we were just being dragged back into the laboratories to continue testing because, you know, there's a second game, so that's the only thing that makes sense. Although I will say it did really crush me when I had to incinerate the companion cube, because I have now, like everybody else, have formed an emotional attachment to a fucking cube. Honestly, I was completely nervous during the GLaDOS boss fight. I honestly did not think that I was going to get it right on the first try, or at least, like, you know, finish the fight on the first try, but lo and behold, I did, and I'm so proud of myself. Honestly, there was not as much of a challenge as I thought there was going to be. I mean, there were still challenges, but it wasn't, I thought it was going to be a lot worse and a lot more hectic. I will say this, my chat has now created a brand new phrase to use, which is, it's momentum time, baby. Context, though honestly, you don't need it, because even without context, it's just as funny, but the context behind it is that when I was getting to the momentum puzzles in the game, or when I got to the momentum puzzles in that portion of the game, someone in chat, I think it was Axe, after I tried everything else that I remembered on how to use portals, was like, it's momentum time, baby. And then it just went from there. There would be points later in the game when, once again, I would, like, look at everything and be like, what do I do? What do I do? Oh, is it momentum time? And then chat would go, it's momentum time, baby! Honestly, I hope that happens again, despite how much I am not looking forward to momentum puzzles. But moving on to talk about the drawing. Really, what is there to talk about? It's kind of the same as the first one, me falling through the portals holding a gun, but this time it's serious. And Wheatley's with me. And you will see in the final product that in the orange and blue portals there is that similar mirror effect that I did in the first portal thumbnail drawing. The reason why you don't see the process of that was because I had already finished exporting all of the videos from my laptop to my PC at that point. Because, of course, as always, I showed the final product to Axe, and he's like, oh, that's really good, that's really great. Are you gonna do the mirror effect that you did in the first thumbnail? Because that was really cool. And I was like, alright. I'm not mad, I just forgot about it, so that's why you don't see it in the video, and I am sorry. Speaking of, Axe also said that potentially I could switch out Wheatley for other companions. I do not know what he's talking about, but okay. I'm excited to see what companions he's talking about. But with that, the drawing is done. Didn't really take me that long. It took me like an hour or so, probably even less than that. Usually I do put love and effort into my thumbnails, but not too much because it's a thumbnail. But with that, this is your Tiny Rebellious Leader, signing off.